it is my last video of NaNoWriMo / Book Month, and my current count for NaNoWriMo is 21,429 words. Not really much of an improvement over last week. In fact, it's not one at all. I think I've come to the conclusion that I've kind of lost a little bit of interest in NaNoWriMo. I haven't been giving myself the time to work on it. I was using doing it on my lunch break at work and stuff, but sadly I have not committed to it as I should have, and it is very, very unlikely that I'm going to beat my word count for last time, which, you know, I still got... I didn't quite get halfway there. I think my problem with Nano is I just don't have the time, or I don't use the time that I do have on it, because I should be writing like every night, and I don't, and that's where I fail. But the story idea I've come up with, maybe I'll do something with it. I might look into it in the new year to see if I want to do anything with that, or if I want to go back to my old story. It has made me realise that as much as I like writing, I don't like writing to deadlines. So that might be a bit of a problem if I ever want to be a professional, but still, we'll see. So yeah, because it's the last one, and because I'm more excited for next month's theme, I haven't really come up with anything that interesting for today's video. However, I thought I would, because I have just managed to paint my room, I thought I would give a little bit of a tour of my bookcase, because I absolutely love my bookcase. I like it being full. I really am bad at getting rid of books, even when I haven't actually read them, or if I've read them before, I don't care. So I thought I would just sort of talk you through some of my bookcase. Like I said, bit of a weak video this week, but trust me, next month is going to be way more fun. So, first of all, obviously I like to keep things on my bookcase, including my cuddly toys. This is my monkey, Dolan's. If anyone understands why he's called Dolan's, I love you. This is my Mountie, called Fraser. Again, it'd be interesting if anyone knows why. And of course, I do like my little Care Bears, my little Wolverine, and a custom pony. And of course, I keep my books. I do keep my books alphabetical order by author. So starting with AA for Ben Aaronvich, Armstrong, and Butcher all the way through. I have quite a variety. I mean, I've read probably majority of these books, not all of them. I've read all of the Hunger Games. I do like the Hunger Games. Jurassic Park, I really like those. That took me a long time to read, but it is definitely worth reading. Coming down here, we have my little Yorkie. Hello, little Yorkie. And surprisingly, I bought him in York, hence why he's called Yorkie. So cute. And some more books. This is a whole book series that a friend of mine bought me the first one. Oh, actually, no, he bought me the first 3. And as you can see, I've only read the first one. I do mean to read more of them. And then he bought me the 5th one. So I've definitely got a lot of reading there. And as you can see, I am a fan of Hawkeye from the Avengers. I've got my little bobblehead pop vinyl. There is one you can get from the Civil War film, which annoys me because it comes with Spider-Man, and no offense to Spider-Man, I don't want Spider-Man. Oh god, his head keeps moving. Stop moving! My little Lego Hawkeye. I don't know what this is. I just thought, it's Hawkeye, I'm having it. And a proper, I love this, my proper action figure Hawkeye. I got a bit of Stephen King, and I'm terrible here, because I'm usually pretty good at remembering my cuddly toys' names, but I cannot remember this little bear's name. I am sorry. Coming down here, I got some ponies, so I got a little bit of a pony collection. I actually used to have more of these blind bag ponies, but I've gotten rid of them, because there was just way too many of them. But I've got the main ones from Friendship is Magic, as well as Princess Celestia. She was quite a find in Smith's. I was pretty pleased when I found her. And I got, of course, some cuddly ponies as well. And here, of course, we have more Stephen King, Dean Koontz, my Harry Potter books, of course. I love Harry Potter, who doesn't? I haven't finished the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books. David McCallum wrote a book, and it's actually really weird, but it's actually quite cool. Haven't read those ones yet. That one I actually gave up on. I might go back to. As you can see, once I run out of space with more standing up, of course I do have to pile them up on top. I do have a sort of order with these, that I usually put the books on top are the ones that I've either read or not really all that interested in reading, but for some reason I own. Like that one I got free, that one I got free. They were just sort of giving them out at conventions and fop. Or ones I've read that I don't really see myself reading again. I mean, I could get rid of them, and I probably will once I sort of run out of space. Moving down, we've got this little guy, whose name I also forget because I'm awful. I think his name's Paddy, but I can't remember. Sorry. Harry Potter. Okay, I call him Howie. He's not a wizard. He's actually a bear I got for my graduation. Yeah, when I graduated uni, my nan bought me a graduation bear. But he looks like Harry Potter, so I call him Harry Potter. So this is where we come to the end of my fiction, because as you can see, that's Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I wish I had a nicer book for The Hobbit. I bought that before I even saw the films. And that's, of course, the film came out at the same time, and I kind of wish I could still buy a different copy of The Hobbit. I do like it. Now, these are my hardbacks. Apart from Harry Potter, I like to keep my hardbacks separate. Doesn't matter if they're fiction or non-fiction. I like to keep them separate, and I like these. I mean, these are Robert Rankin books. They're signed, because I met him at MCM Comic Con. He signed both of those. That was a present. Don't know where I got that one from. That was a present. This was an impulse buy. Alan Alda's autobiography. I bought it simply for the title, Never Have Your Dog Stuffed. I know Alan Alda. I like him in MASH, but that was a bit of a random buy. And then we work into my non-fiction. So we got a lot of Bill Bryson here. I do like Bill Bryson. I do like his travel books as well as some of his other stuff. Moving down here, we have oh, damn it, Clefairy? Yes, a cuddly Clefairy Pokemon. A picture of my friend Ben that he gave out to us at Christmas one year. It was pretty cool. And of course, the rest of I do seem to like Top Gear. People from Top Gear. Got a few others. Some books on the Titanic, Supernatural, some Doctor Who books. And yes, these are actually classic Doctor Who, because I'm a big fan of Patrick Troughton's Doctor. And then when we get on to... Oh yeah, of course, I got my roleplay dice, which are green, which is cool. And in this jar, you probably can't see very well, is a character, is one of my roleplay characters as a little action figure. I don't play her anymore. She ran off with some stuff. She's not well liked. And then I have sort of my reference books, I suppose you could call it. So I've got like a guide to Scotland when I went to Scotland, puzzle book for Middle Earth, some Man from U.N.C.L.E. stuff. Oh, I love this book. Cool on TV in the 60s. Two very good shows and one that I kind of need to watch. Some Patrick Troughton stuff. Oh, this Star Trek book I bought. Oh, I got that at a convention. It's like a guide. Oh dear. It's like a guide to Star Trek with just every character, characters. It's all really good. Oh, and one of my favourites. Oh my god, I love this book. Hamilton! Best musical. One of the best musicals, at least. And that is pretty much the entire script, but with lots of little notes and stuff like that, and behind the scenes stuff. And oh my god, it's a gorgeous book. I bought it for a friend of mine, for his birthday earlier in the year. And once I got into the musical, I fell in love with it. And was like, I have to have that. Oh, and one thing I also forgot. Some of my I don't have a lot of pop vinyls. I don't tend to do pop vinyls. But I do have a couple. I have Dean. I have Groot. Actually, he was my first one I bought, Baby Groot. He was so cute. BB-8. And of course, my Wolverine. Oh, and Eve. She's not a pop vinyl, but she's still cool. Oh, his hair's weird. He's fine. And then we go down to the bottom shelf. Yeah, I don't know. This is not actually accumulated wax that's run out. I actually made that effect years ago. These are more of my reference books. So I got a load of cinema, Firefly books. I love Firefly. More my annuals, my A-Team and Man from U.N.C.L.E. annuals. I do have some graphic novels, strangely. And they're all Wolverine. Because as you can probably guess, I love Wolverine. I don't know if I've read all of them, but I've definitely looked through most of them. Some autobiographies, again, Star Trek. I do love Star Trek. My X-Files. Oh, these are episode guides. I used to read these all the time when I was at uni. Not uni, when I was at school. I love those. And Buffy, Watcher's Guides, Terry Pratchett, some steampunk ones, and of course, the other greatest musical ever. One of my favourites, if not my favourite. All About Les Miserables. Oh, that's such a cool book. And yeah, so I do like to have my books organised in their own way. So I like to have it as fiction, non-fiction, hardbacks, and reference books. These big, heavy ones that go at the bottom. And that's how I've always had it. And that's how I like it. And I would love to get another bookcase one day. Who knows? But yeah, and of course I keep a load of stuff on top. So I'm not sure if this video has been particularly interesting, but I thought a guided tour of my bookcase was a nice little neat idea just to close off the month. I will do a final word count on my first video in December, just to say where I got, just in case I do any more writing before the beginning of December. And my theme for December might be a little bit obvious, but hey, I have to do it, obviously. And of course, you'll find that out, next month. And I will see you next month. Hope you've enjoyed this themed month at least a little bit. Yeah. If not, I'll try and make next month a lot more interesting. And we'll see. So see you in December.